At the heart of the collection is an exceptional gouache by Kazimir Malevich. This work dates from his early primitivist period around 1911, and it's a study for his lost masterpiece, Peasant Funeral. We know that it was exhibited at least 4 times during his lifetime. In the 1927 Berlin retrospective, we see it hanging behind a second study of a peasant's head, which was sold at Sotheby's in 1993. Malevich had to return to the Soviet Union before the Berlin show closed, but before he left, he gave both of these works to his friend Hugo Hering, a German architect who had helped him to arrange the exhibition. Equally rare is this stunning guitar player by Varvara Stepanovna. This is an artist whose work one just doesn't expect to see outside a museum context. Photographs from 1920 show this work hanging with others from the series in the apartment which she and Rodchenko were renting at the time from the Kandinsky family. The cross-hatching, the thick black lines and this sense of dynamism are very typical of the works from this series, which focus on musicians and sportsmen. An interest in angles and the directional movement is critical to so many artists of the Russian avant-garde. We find it again in Larionov's earlier work, Kneading Dough. This was exhibited in the Zolotoye Runo exhibition in the winter of 1909 to 1910, and again in Moscow the following year. At this period, he was focusing on the everyday subjects of life in provincial towns. We see depictions of barbers, bakers, laundry workers. This same enthusiasm for colour and line can be found in Lentulov's 1912 masterpiece. His wild yellows and reds and the great streaks of paint show that typical joie de vivre and boldness that one finds in all Lentulov's best works, particularly his other summer beach scenes. Lentulov spent the summer of 1912 in the Crimean village of Koktebel on the shores of the Black Sea, where he was staying with his friend, the writer Alexei Tolstoy. He loved the South, and the Crimea was a great inspiration in his work. The same rich palette and use of primary colours can be found in Kirill Zdanevich's Café Étoile. It's thought to have been painted in 1912 during a key trip to Georgia, which he took with his brother Ilya and the painter Mikhail de Dontu. Together they explored the taverns of Tiflis, and they also discovered Nico Pirosmani's work, which further developed his ideals on primitivist painting. The fantastic sense of colour and line in this collection really shows the Russian avant-garde pushing every single boundary during the 1910s and 20s. And the closest comparables can only be found in leading institutions and museums.